welcome back. Well, as parents, of course, we know there is no gift greater than our children. And for this Aussie couple, nothing was going to stop them from expanding their family.
Childhood sweethearts, Suvi and Luke, married young, but didn't have their first child until Suvi was 39. And while Luke is an obstetrician, nothing could have prepared them for the struggles to fall pregnant again.
We did eventually reach a stage in mid-2020 when we finally accepted that it wasn't going to occur with Suvi's eggs.
7 years, 3 countries, 31 IVF attempts, and $250,000 later, their journey took them across the world to Russia.
One reason we went there was because I think they're one of the only ones that we know of that offer a live birth guarantee.
They were offered a money-back guarantee, and 9 months later, baby Spencer was born.
What an extraordinary story, and we're thrilled to say that Suvi, Luke, their daughter Amity, and baby Spencer, look at baby Spencer, he's so big. Join us now from the Gold Coast. Guys, look at your smiling faces. Suvi, we want to just quickly go to you first. Spencer obviously was born through egg donation. Look at him now, he's almost 1, he enjoys eating phones. How does it feel looking back on that time?
He's a device addict.
How does it feel looking back on all this?
Oh, look, it's like being home. Like, I can't say that enough. It's honestly like being home after such a long journey. I think we always knew that Spencer should be part of our family, and my husband had a wallpaper on his laptop, and I didn't know the symbolism of it till after Spencer was born, but it was 3 hot air balloons floating in the air, and he only told me afterwards that it symbolised Luke, Amity and me looking for Spencer, and we found him. We finally found him.
That's so beautiful, and it will really resonate with so many people out there who are trying to start their own family at the moment. Luke, talk us through your journey to Russia. What brought you to that point, and what's on offer there that makes them potentially more successful than, what's on offer here in Australia with IVF?
Well, basically, multiple rounds of unsuccessful IVF over 6 years. And to be fair, we'd been warned relatively early on, like after Suvi's 4th round, that there was a chance we might need to look at donor egg IVF, but we were stubborn, and because we hadn't really had much troubles getting Amity, we thought, well, surely with IVF we wouldn't have any problems with Spencer, but we turned out to be very wrong. So we had multiple rounds, and it actually took us a further 4 years and another 17 egg collections before we accepted that it just wasn't going to happen, unfortunately, with Suvi's eggs. And of course, at that stage, COVID had hit, so that essentially delayed things by nearly 2 years about us going overseas. During that time, we had a very generous Australian altruistic donor who did 3 rounds for us, but unfortunately, none of those embryos ended up working out. And so I was researching overseas when the borders would open again, and I was actually starting to look at South Africa. However, I've got a good obstetrician gynecologist friend in Melbourne who does a lot of IVF, and he's actually originally from Ukraine. And he'd been to the clinic in Saint Petersburg, and so he personally recommended it to me. He toured the facilities and he said what they had there was as good, if not even better, than what he had in Melbourne. And I read their statistics, they seem pretty good. And the Russians, although their foreign policies and politics have a lot to be desired, they have always been reasonably advanced when it comes to science and technology and medicine. That and the fact that they offered the money-back guarantee, which was pretty unique at the time, where if after 3 rounds of donor egg IVF you didn't have a child, they would give you your money back.
And that's extraordinary, isn't it? Sorry to interrupt there, but you guys have spent $250,000 to get this beautiful baby here. But Suvi, I kind of want to go back to you on this one. So we know the setup now of going to St. Petersburg and what the cost is and what their technology is like. But you going in there, as a woman who's been through so much, and putting your body through so much, how did you feel in their care, and what are the facilities like, as a patient?
Oh, look, I can't recommend them highly enough. I mean, their science and medicine, like Luke said, is top notch. They look after you so well. They also look after the donors really well too. And yeah, the facilities are beautiful. He's off. Actually a bit tired. We just stopped the phone, so he wants the phone. Even the blankets are heated. So when you have an egg pickup, they put you in a beautiful comfy bed with heated blankets, and look, they throw the book at you, don't they? Because if they've got a money back guarantee, they are going to do everything to make you succeed.
It must have given you a lot of confidence, I'm sure, through that process.
Yeah.
You know, Luke is an obstetrician himself. What would you say, Luke, to other people, individuals or couples who might be considering, like you, may have thrown everything at it and might be considering going to Russia to pursue what you did?
Well, I mean, the first thing I would say is I would advise them, well, we didn't do ourselves. If you want children, if you want more than one child, you've got to start in your early 30s, and we were silly not to have done that. But in terms of going to Russia, look, yes, it was difficult at the time. I mean, the timing was absolutely terrible. We started organising it 6 months before the actual IVF round. And as timing had it, though, our actual trip over there was 2 weeks after the invasion, which obviously made things very complicated. But the Russians were actually very friendly. They seemed very confident. They seem genuine. Like I do believe that they give back money. And in fact, a newspaper did do an article on us, and they actually did contact some European couples who hadn't succeeded after 3 rounds, and they said that they did get the money back. So I do believe that they do that. I would certainly recommend considering it, both in terms of cost and cost and success rates.
All right, we need to ask the big sister in the room now, Amity. You've got a little baby brother now. It's been a year. How's it going? How you coping with it?
Well, he is really cute, and since time's gone up, his smile just makes my day. Though I might have preferred a little sister.
Don't worry, we won't tell him.
Yeah,
well, he's absolutely adorable. He's coming up to his first birthday, so congratulations to you all. He's a little miracle, there's no doubt about it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Take care. We look forward to following more of your journey as a family. So sweet. And if you want to follow them, you can check it out on their YouTube channel. It's on the screen below.